already have around 161 people coming. Bill, maybe we can turn down a bit lower for the music. And everyone, as always, you can always turn on your camera on if you would like to. And then like don't forget to also use the hands up later on. And don't forget to use the Q&A functions better. And before we officially start, let's just wait for some of our friends. So if you are not yet having your coffee with you, or even your snacks with you, because we are going to have a fruitful discussion for 2 hours long, please do so right now. You can go to the toilet or anything else's because we're going to have fun tonight. So before we officially start it, we would like to show you about our trailer video. Bill, maybe you can also play the trailer.
At first, nobody believed it could be done. Project that changes you. Project that helps you to move forward. Make a change. Create impact. Design your life to the fullest right now. Achieve your goals. Get your dream higher. Are you serious? Get inspired. You have to be the inspiration. This is a transformation for youth. How does organization help you to grow? How does the experience change your perspective? How does it help you to live your future career? Find out now. APRO Talk. Change versus transformation. See you this Friday night.
Well, thank you, Bill, for the trailer video. So, can you guys type in the chat box if you have watched this trailer video and how you're feeling tonight? So, please type in the chat box and tell us if you are excited as us. All right. So I think we are all receiving a lot of your texts about your excitement to today's talk show. So without further ado, I just want to ask my partner, Bill, are you there? How are you today? How do you feel about today's talk show? Are you excited?
Hi, Flo. Yes, I'm very excited since I am currently active in IPSF APRO and other student organizations. So I think this webinar will be perfect for me to know how my involvement in these organizations will really help me grow my future and my career.
All
Okay,
right, Bill. So maybe we can also tell them about how to use the Q&A stations today. So maybe we can go to the next slide.
okay.
Okay, so today, guys, you are going to have a long time for asking the questions because this is a talk show. This is not a webinar. So we are very open for the questions for the entire stations. But if you want to be specific, then we're going to have it at the end after the speaker's presentation. So we're going to have some Zoom and Q&A function that you can right now see in your chat box, and you can give more thumbs up to the questions that you feel related to you. And if you want a specific speaker to answer your question, you can specify the format with speaker's name, question. For example, you want to address these questions to Melody or Kimi, then you can mention their name like Melody and then like your question. So please use the Q&A function properly and don't forget to ask as many questions as possible so we can address your questions. Okay, Bill, I just want to know how is the disclaimer tonight? Can you explain us more?
Sure, Flo. So the disclaimer tonight, so we have G. First, the views and opinions expressed in the following PowerPoint slides are those of the presenters and should not be attributed to organizations involved, its directors, officers, employees, or any organization with which the presenter is affiliated. This presentation is for education and information purposes only and does not recommend or condone the use of this presentation in whole or in part to support legal or professional decisions or practices. Lastly, the content of this presentation is available on an as-is basis without representation or warranty of any kind as to suitability, reliability, applicability, merchantability, fitness, non-infringement, result, outcome, or any other matter. The organizations in charge of the event do not guarantee the accuracy or reliability of the information provided herein. And lastly, something that's not in here, there will be a certificate of participation that will be given to all participants who answer the post-webinar survey that will be shown in the latter parts of this talk show. Okay, so I think for now, we should learn more about the organizations that gave us this opportunity to listen to this first ever APRO talk show. So Flo, you can now have the floor.
Thank you, Bill. That was actually a perfect beginning from your end. We're very thankful. So, hi everyone. My name is Orencia, and I'm the current chairperson of IPSF APRO. I just would like to explain to you a little bit about IPSF APRO and what is it. So, if you're not coming from the Pharmacy Students Organization, don't worry because tonight we're going to talk about youth in general. It's gonna be more related to everyone, so you don't need to worry about that. But anyway, what is IPSF? So IPSF is the leading international advocacy organization with our focus is to improve the public health. Maybe you can go to the next slide, Bill. So this is our current allied partners. As you can see there, we are also partnering with WHO, FIP, UN, and etc. Next. Yep, so welcome to IPSF APRO. So we are specifically to serve the Asia Pacific Regional Office. We currently have more than 18 countries, more than 28 organizations, and more than 70,000 members. We were founded in 1999, so we're one of the oldest regional offices with the focus to serve the regions. Next. And this is our theme of the year, which is health emergency, which is very related to the current situation. So if you guys would like to see how we are going to grow you up with IPSF April, please do not hesitate to always follow our social medias and watch out because there will be a lot of interesting projects that we will going to do for the entire mandate. Next. And yep, if you would like to partner with us, do not forget to invest, connect, and build up and also enhance with IPSF April because you're going to get the most benefits of it. And please feel free to contact me at chairperson@apro.ipsf.org or my regional relations officer, which is ro@apro.ipsf.org. Next. And once again, if you wonder where to find us, then don't forget to follow all of the social media. Stay tuned because we're going to have a great mandate together with you. So I think that's from IPSF APRO, and on behalf of the Federation, we're very thankful. And we are not going to be able to do this, Bill, anyway, if we don't have our partner, which is MIMS. So maybe, Kevin, can you tell us further about what is MIMS? Thanks, Kevin, you have the floor.
Yep. Thank you so much, Flo, for the kind introduction. So, hi, everyone. Nice to meet you all on this evening. So, next slide, please, Bill. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, MIMS is back, Bill. To the first page of MIMS presentation, Bill. Yep. Okay. No, the back one more slide, Bill. Okay, so MIMS is actually the largest okay, so sorry about the issue, technical glitch. So MIMS is actually the largest health and medicine information company in the whole of Asia Pacific. We are also the largest in terms of healthcare professional network. So in MIMS, we are going to, okay, Bill. Okay, so yeah, sorry about that. So in MIMS, we are very committed to empower healthcare professionals, and that's about us. Can we move to the next slide, please? Okay. Next slide being the, yep, okay. So MIMS has been around from 1963, and then we have been present for more than 50 years. We are present all the way from New Zealand to Ireland, and we are present in 17 countries and region. Next, please. Yep. For us, we provide you young aspiring healthcare professionals to be with health and medicine information, guidelines, drug information, and professional development. We are also providing healthcare institution with a clinical decision support system that is supporting the healthcare professionals or clinicians in terms of making clinical decision, evidence-based medicine. The software assists with drug interaction, drug alerts, a lot of things that assist healthcare professionals in terms of medication errors. So we also support healthcare professionals for their overseas relocation. Next, please. Yep. So this is a number of clients that MIMS has all over 13 countries. More than 20,000 healthcare facilities actually use MIMS as their go-to reference for their drug interaction software. So we have been working with many healthcare institutions for many years, and most notably the whole of Malaysia in terms of their public healthcare system. They are all operating on MIMS drug decision clinical decision support system. Next. Yep. So I'm going to share a bit more about the MIMS application for your. This is for your benefit. Okay. Okay, so our MIMS application is readily available on Google Play Store and also Apple App Store. So, for you aspiring healthcare professionals, I think it's very important. When I was a student, I also used the reference myself. So, in case you need to know about the specialties like particular diseases, you go to cardiology, and then, for example, you want to know a bit about hypertension. See, you have guidelines, you have signs and symptoms, how to diagnose patient education. Yeah, it's very important because you're going to meet a lot of the healthcare professional, the patients, and then you're going to teach them how to take care of themselves. Okay, we are talking about patients here, and that's the most important thing. And all of this information are actually referenced. It's peer reviewed. Okay, and this is to support you. Okay, and most importantly, if let's say you are my application is actually a MIMS Singapore application, the drug information that I have are all drugs registered in Singapore. So if you are in Malaysia, you download the MIMS Malaysia application, you get all the drug informations for the Malaysia market. That's the beauty of it, country-specific information. Okay, and of course, not forgetting, you have the calculator function. See, like for example, diabetic patient, you need to know what's their creatinine clearance, cockroach growth. It's very difficult to memorize. Yeah, and then you just input all the information here. Yeah, and of course, MIMS is actually where you can get the most updated news, and this is to support you. Okay, that's it from us. So just feel free to go to MIMS website to sign up for the membership. It's all free. Okay, so thank you and have a good day today during the session.
Okay, guys, so our first speaker for today's talk show is Ms. Waranyu Lengwireyakul, or she's better known as Kimi. So Ms. Kimi is a doctor of pharmacy from Concane University. So during her studies, she was part of the Regional Projects Officer Subcommittee, became the IPSF APRO Regional Projects Officer for the mandates 2014-2016, and then the IPSF APRO Chairperson for 2017-2018. She is currently a trainer at Key Solutions Trading and a manager at the Pharmaceutical Association of Thailand under royal patronage. During her involvement in organizations until now, she has been a speaker in several national and international events, and she also moderated several training programs internationally. So, Ms. Kimi, you now have the floor.
All right, can you hear my voice? All right, thank you for the signal of the. All right, okay. Before I start my talk, may I check with the participants on just a quick question that whoever in this webinar would like to be involved more in the organization? If yes, please type number 1. If no, please type number 2. Not sure, you can type 3 so we can see the majority and make sure that you guys still with us. All right, someone typed a very long number 1. Someone not sure. Someone said, no, I don't care. All right, that's also okay. All right, thank you for the participation. That is so nice of you guys. Okay. Yeah, it would be great for as a pharmacy student to join um, the organization, right? Okay, okay. Many of people already share their thoughts about joining the um, organization, so that I would like to share my experience here. As thank you, Bill, for a very nice introduction of myself. So I know IPSF since 2013 when I was like very young. It's almost 8 years, I think. So let me share my screen first because I prepare some of the um, talking points so you guys can catch up with my story. All right. Can you see my slides? Yeah, Bill and Floor can answer me instead of others. Can you see? Okay, thank you. All right, guys. So the topic today is how does the organization help you to grow? So about myself, my story, and as Bill mentioned earlier about the disclaimer that this session won't be something that already proved. It's just the experience sharing, and I hope that you all will enjoy the story. However, you should like weigh the risk and benefits about my story and also your story, because I'm sure that not everyone has the same story. We came here to create our own. So let's start about who am I. As Bill has mentioned, so I graduated pharmacy from Khon Kaen University, and it's already my 5th year after graduation, and right now I'm working as a manager in the Pharmaceutical Association of Thailand. So I manage create the academic event and also the pharmacy professional projects in Thailand. I also doing part-time job as a trainers, so that and also not only in the Thai context, but I also still involved as the IPSF trainers. And yes, I'm just a normal girls, who also like to travel, exploring this world. And here is what I explore during my last 7 years in IPSF. So let me share a bit about my story. Would you allow me to share the long story? Okay, if you're ready to go, please type yes, so I can start to let you know. Okay, longer better. Okay. All right. Thank you for for your answer in the chat box, so it can make me feel more live, that still someone listening and we are participating in this session together. So as I mentioned before I start the presentation, that I know IPSF in 2013. So back then I was the contact person of, back then it's PSUT Thailand, but now they changed the name to PSAT Thailand. And I first joined in APPS 2013, which is in Japan. I know nothing about IPSF. I even don't know what IPSF stands for. I only heard IPSF, heard APRO. I don't know what kind of RWG. I don't know what RA stands for. I only know that I represent Thailand and need to join a meeting there in Japan. And I need to take care of all my participants. Almost 100 people from Thailand joined the event that year. So I only know that, okay, let's go have fun and see what will happen. But when I arrived in Japan, there was a lot of foreigner friends and also new knowledge that we need to learn and adopt ourselves to that. So I need to, in the regional assembly, if someone have heard, this is like meeting for the official delegates, and there is a decision body for our regions, right? So I sit there without any knowledge, but I have a chance to talk with a lot of people, like the current regional working groups back then, and also the incoming regional working groups who was inspiring me, and I show you who is she. And so I very interesting to know more about IPSF. So I take the step to be part of the regional project subcommittee. At this point, so Bill and Flo, if there is some quick question or quick comment in the chat, you can just unmute your mic and let me know so I can respond directly. Or if there is any fun, like someone who wanna share up, or to, there might be some friends or some junior that know me here, so you can say hi or participate. All right, and after that, I very enjoy being part of IPSF APRO, and I take a very big step of myself to join LIT. Why I consider that as a big step of my life is because back before that, I was interested in what is the leader in training is about, but I don't really courage to take a roles or apply on that, because I think, oh, there is no friends going, I don't know how to write the application. But I really thanked myself that I just take a courage to like write down the application and just submit it without, any background how the leader in training would change my life. After that, I enjoy, um, sorry, I joined the leadership in training, and it changed the person who am I. And I was discover that, oh, I have some skills that I can use to manage the project. I can use to work as someone in IPSF APRO. So I challenged myself with the um, submit the application for the regional working groups. Back then, there is 5 or 6 competitors in the position. But thank you so much for all the friends that support and voting for me to become the regional project officer, because that is the first step that I really involved in IPSF, and that's make me continue into another year of regional project officer working with, this is my first regional working groups. After that, my second regional working groups. And I also have a chance to be the advisory board at APPS 2017, which is held in Thailand. Actually, back then I already graduated, and I feel like, okay, that is already ending the journey in IPSF, and I just advise them on how I see APPS could be better, or how they can organize the event in the better way. But when I involved the whole year of the regional working group back then, Brian, and also the team of Thailand, I feel really, energized and still feeling like there is some unfinished business that I need to do. So I take a step to run for the IPSF chairperson of Asia Pacific. And thank you for all the RA. At that year, they approved me to be the chairperson, and that makes me have a great experience with another APPS in Japan during my mandate, and also a bigger family with my current regional working groups back then and the new incoming. That makes my story ending there as an official position in Japan again. Okay, come back to the question that why I choose to do this, because it take me quite long for 7 years that fully involved in IPSF. I think the first one is for myself. The first time that I designed to do it, it just I want to prove whether my skills or my competency back then can can be approved or can be like chosen as the someone in the organization. And and another reason is about my association, because I see in the report, I don't see someone from Thailand for many years back, like at least 5 years back. 5 years ago, at that point that I run, I don't see someone from Thailand. So I want them to. It's very funny, but yeah, it's something fun in my mind that it should be cool that if I be called and that is all from Thailand and I going on the stage doing something that empowering or inspiring people. And another reason is to my fellows or my junior that who also come to join this organization. I would like to be someone who can inspire them that, oh, from Thailand you can do it, even we don't use English in the daily life, or even we don't have any experience, but we can take a little step by little steps that we can improve and we can learn. And the last of my slide that I would like to share here is how it's changed me. Because the topic, right, they would like me to emphasize on how it changed me. I would like to bring out some, because actually throughout 7 years, it really a lot of story happen and a lot of problems or the skills that I need to use and practice time by times. But I just conclude some of them today that before that before today we have the pre-meeting, right? Flo and Bill and also all the team are there. We discuss a lot of the stories and we try to think about which will be the best point to share, because there is a lot of story, but there is a limit of time, and we would like you to ask whether to ask more than I talk. So I summarize it here as the abbreviation of IPSF. So the word I think the things that I got the most is the interpersonal skills. So in the first year, I really don't know how to talk to people, how to engage to the friends, especially foreigners, and especially using the English language. So I'm really shy and I talk only yes and no, and I just smile. But times by times, I need to challenge myself, talking to the team, talking with the contact person, other friends, or contact with them using emails and then using the chat after that. When you meet in the person, we improve a lot of the communication skills. And of course, I is really supportive environment in IPSF that no one going to judge you on how you pronounce the word, or wow, your tonation, or kind of like that. It's very open, and all the friends that I met, they're very supportive, and most of the native speakers, they're really, they're really happy to see us speaking English, and they really admire us on how we can use more than one language, because some of them cannot and they only know English in the daily life. Next one is the P, is the problem solving. So I think this skill is very important, and I think we can talk about this more in the Q&A part, that we can emphasize in the story and how it work in my life. And the third one is about the standardized. I use this word because actually I would like to bring it into the professionalism or the working standard that we learn from IPSF, how we can be professional, how can we represent the organization, represent the countries, or represent group of people. How can we being someone that could do the public relation in the effective way, that is the good um, is a good standard that I learn and I can use in my work as well, to do the not only the socializing, but it's also about the business talks or the negotiation with partners or organization. Lastly is the flexibilities, because when imagine when we start doing something, we have a very good plan, we have agenda point, we have like an objective that we would like to achieve. But at the end of the day, there is a lot of factors that I myself cannot control everything. So I need to be flexible on the on the result. It doesn't mean that we should not focus on the result, but how you flexible and how you see, or flexible with your plan to still get the same result, but we use some resource at the end of the time, or how you flexible with the number, but you still keep the quality like that. So we learn this throughout doing the project campaign in IPSF and also organize the event, right? So I think flexibility on um, how you can change your plan, or how you can create something that can replace the former plan but still give you the same result. So this is the IPSF skills that I got. Yeah, and that is the end of my presentation, Bill.
Thank you for that, Kimmy. So, do you want to answer some questions now?
Okay. Do I use up a lot of time? I don't know how long I keep talking.
So, I think we can
Ah,
answer. Oh, I'm sorry. I think we're going to answer these questions during the Q&A session after both.
sure. I will read the question during Melody Talks then.
So, thank you, Kimmy, for that very insightful talk. So, I agree with your abbreviation of IPSF, and I think it really shows in our family. So, for the next speaker, I'll have Miss Flo have the floor so that she can introduce our next speaker.
Okay, thank you, Bill. Maybe we can go to the next slide. Yeah, sure. So this is Melody Grace Natalie. She has accomplished a lot in her life, and I do believe that she is also as great as Kimi. I'm pretty sure that due to the time limit, they might be not able to tell all, but I believe their stories matter. So if you want your questions to be more answered by them, to have a fruitful discussion, please drop it in the Q&A as I have seen before. So Melody, she is Melody right now is working as a sales and business development of Danone Indonesia. She's holding the management trainee, and she's very passionate for health value for anything she has does. And in the past, she was graduated and get licensed with a very outstanding predicate. Aside from that, she is also popular in her own country. She accomplished a lot of achievements, and she was also involved in a lot of organizations. She was serving as a subcommittee. She has been a contact person. She was also the president of her association. At the same time, she was running as the regional project officer. So, Melody, can you bring up us more stories that can relate to every youth, regardless of which organization they are currently in, IPSF or not IPSF? Melody, you can have the floor.
Okay, thank you, Flo. Okay, so good evening, everyone. First of all, I would like to say thank you for IPSF and also for MIMS to having me here tonight. So I am able to share with you guys. Okay, let me share my screen first. Okay, do you guys already can see my screen? Okay, great. Before I start my sharing tonight, I would like to share to you a short story first. So, several years ago, oh, sorry. Okay, okay. So, several years ago, there was a girl that was confused which way she should take. Like in the picture, you can see. So, at the beginning of her college life, she was not sure what she wanted to be, what kind of experience she wanted to have until she found IPSF. She tried it, and this is her today. That story is a short story about me when I was in the intersections at the beginning of my college. But the questions now is maybe how I can be someone who I am today. So this is my story on how organizations can transform my life. My name is Melody Grace. Like Flo already introduced me before, and tonight I'm ready to share my experience with you guys today. But before I continue more, uh, let me ask to all of the participants tonight, do you guys also feel the same thing as the story that I already bring as the story that I already told you guys before? If you feel the same thing, you don't know what you want to do, what is your purpose in the college during the college life, what kind of experience that you want to get during the college life, please type one in the chat box. But if you already know, two, hopefully all the participants will type two. So you guys will not feel the same things like what I already felt before. Okay, so wait, how can I check the chat box? Why the chat box is not? Okay, it's here. Okay, some of the participant types too. That's very good. You guys already really great work. So maybe you don't really need this webinar, but that's okay. You can still share with us also. Okay, majority type one. Okay. So hopefully after this webinar will help you to, at least after this webinar, you will have the sparkle in your eyes because you will know, oh, at least what step you need to take to know your purpose. Okay, so let me continue. I will start with how I found IPSF. Back at that time, during the orientation period at my uni, there was a student club or extracurricular expo. Then one of the people from the expo said, "Do you want to travel around the world for free? So join us." If you hear that kind of questions, what do you guys think? At that moment, I felt that very interested and I just really wanted to join. And don't think that doesn't really matter what kind of activities it is. I just want to travel around the world. So my first motivations to join IPSF is traveling around the world. And what I got after 4 years of my college life, 12 countries check. I got the chances to go to several countries for conferences, competitions, seminars, and any kind of things that related to IPSF. So my first motivations is, I can say, checklist. Okay. But after the first year of joining IPSF, I want to do it more. Why? Because I want to get more 3F. What is it? Friendship, fun moment, and also fabulous experience. Joining IPSF for 4 years gave me so many experiences that I could never imagine before, I think. And this is my journey, my short journey in IPSF. Maybe it's comparing to Kimi's journey, it's shorter than Kimi's, but this is my IPSF. I started at 2015 as the contact person of BMF USD Indonesia. And back at that time, I also went to APPS 2016 in South Korea. And then the next year, because like I just don't want to travel, I also want to get involved more and know more about IPSF. Then I continue my mandate as the contact person for my associations. And then I also joined the leadership in training because I found that IPSF is very interesting to know. So I want to know more. Joining the leadership in training on APPS 2017. And then I also became the subcommittee for regional project officer at that time. And also I went to IPSF Congress at Taiwan. And then the next year, 2017, 2018, I was elected as one of the Kimi's team as the regional project officer for IPSF APRO. And then I went to IPPS Japan. And then I was also got the chance to be the IPSF delegates for World Health Assembly in Swiss Geneva. And then I was also chosen as the public health coordinator for IPSF in 2018-2019. So that is my short journey in IPSF, but that was really memorable for me. But at the same time, I was not only focusing on IPSF, but I was also trying to explore more or explore another things, because I want to prove that either academic or non-academic life is worth to fight for, and it is possible for us to have the academic and non-academic. Because some people think that it is impossible for you if you need to choose. You need to choose one. You cannot do it in the balance. So I joined several academic competitions, joined local, national, international organizations, make some social movement with some of my friends, joining leadership summit, and pursuing my dream to graduate with cum laude predicate and also graduate on time. Like what Flo already said before, there is one year that is, for me, it was one of the craziest year for me during my college life, which is in 2017-2018. I took 3 big responsibility in 1 year. What is it? The first one, I became the president of my student board at my pharmacy faculty. And then at the same moment, I was also the regional project officer for IPSF APRO. And I was also doing my final thesis. So you guys can imagine how I'm so hectic at that time. I was so hectic, I was so tired and felt like quitting. But again, I remember that this was this responsibility that I had dared to take before. And people have entrusted me with this responsibility. So I must always fight for it and give the best results. Maybe you think that I'm crazy. Yes, but here I am, successfully pass it with a quite good result. And I do believe if I can do it, you guys can do it also here. From the experience that I got from joining from organizations and also other activities during my college life, what do I get? There are so many things that I feel is a thing that I will not get it, or I will never get it if I'm just sitting in the class listening to what the lecturer said. I'm not saying listening to the lecture is bad, but it is not enough. You need to explore more outside your class. At least there are 10 things that I got from my activities outside the class: communications, self-motivation, leadership, responsibility, teamwork, problem solving, decisiveness, ability to work under pressure, time management, flexibility, negotiation, and also conflict resolutions. But maybe you guys ask, but what I get from IPSF? Do you guys want to guess? Please type what kind of benefits that I got from IPSF. You guys can type on the chat box, so I can make sure that the participant here is still alive. You guys is not sleeping. Okay. Oh, boyfriend. Very interesting here. Okay. Experiences, leadership skills, networking. Okay. Soft skills, family. That's very right. In IPSF, you always get your second family. That's totally right. Boyfriend. Unfortunately, no. So sad. Maybe if you ask about the boyfriend experience, you can ask Kimi on the Q&A box. Okay. So many answers go on the chat box. Okay, thank you guys. Okay, so I will summarize what I get from IPSF with 3 points. So at least there are 3 things that I got from my experience at IPSF, and I think it is very useful for me, especially for my life until now. The first one is time management. You know that working in IPSF teams means that you need to work in the different time zone. Yes, just imagine if you are in the Asia Pacific regions, several of the countries have GMT +7, GMT +8, GMT +9, and you're working with the Australian or New Zealand people, the time zone is totally different. So it means that you really need to manage your time, so you guys still can do the work, collaborate really good. And we really often have a lot of deadline coming up at the same time. not only the IPSF deadline, but also our own deadline. And with the limited time that we have, we do really need to have the skills. This is the basic skills that would help us to make the work-life balance. And the second thing is project management. Working as regional project officer and also public health coordinator at IPSF taught me on how to handle the projects. So now I know how we can deliver the best result under the deadline with all of the challenges, and how I can start the project, what kind of things that I need to prepare before the projects, and also between the and also with my current role now as a sales team in my company, project management skills is really beneficial for me. And last but not least, the third one is people management. So as we know, IPSF consists of very diverse members around the world with different characteristics. We are required to be able to handle the people there, of course, in a very different way of each person. And I think in life, we will always face this. The diverse of people is around us. Then after I share this kind of things, usually people will, it will lead to the questions. How do you get it? So let me share to you. I can get it because the availability of the chances. Back at that time, if I remember, I was so thankful because I was studied in the university that already joined IPSF before, and also even the member in association status. And thank God, now we are living in the digital era also, where we can easily find the competitions info, summit info, organizations info. You can just, it's just like one click away. Just take your phone and then you just type it on the Google and you will find any kind of information that you want through the digital and also the social media. And I think now it's even more chances for everyone. And even for organizations, now you can pick what kind of organizations or community you want to join with. If you're not fit enough with this kind of organizations, then in the next year or the next minute, you can choose another organizations. And the second one is you need to know your purpose. I know that it is not an easy thing, and not every one of us is lucky enough to know the purpose is the beginning of our journey. But you don't need to worry because it's normal. It's also happened to me at the beginning. If you don't know yet your purpose, so keep doing it first and don't give up that easy. You will find your purpose by time. And the first step, maybe you can make your big vision first. Then you can pick which kind of activities or things that will supporting your big visions. And last but not least is your willingness to develop yourself. If you're joining something, example, you're joining organizations, and in the organizations you do nothing, then you will get nothing. Or in short, I can say that join organizations can be just a title, or you can really get the benefit of it. And now it comes to the end of the sessions. The questions is how the soft skills that organizations or my experience help me in the work life. So now I'm working at Danone Indonesia as the sales and business development team. Maybe some of you will ask, because like my education background is pharmacist, how can I ended up in this FMCG company? So I was really interested in the FMCG company, so that's why I tried this company, and I think that I picked the right choice because like I feel I learned a lot here. And I want to share to you what is the benefit that I felt personally. Okay, so first, of course, it will look good on your CV because usually the initial stage of the selections is administratively or by giving the document that will explain who you are. It means that what we write in the CV must be able to explain how attractive you are, so you are deserved to go to the further process. And just example, if you have the international experience, I think that it might be really good for your branding. And then the second one is by knowing your good experience or skill you have a very good self-awareness. And even if you know the blind spot or weaknesses that you have, it will really beneficial for you. You can play with your strength, make it as your interesting story to sell to the interviewer. For example, one of the interesting experience that I got was leading the team that consists of several people from different countries. I can sell it as my story and how I can handle the team with the different characteristic, different time zone, but we still can deal with it and we still have the good result. The third one is by having a lot of experiences that force you to speak in front of a lot of people. I think Kimi also feel this. It will develop our public speaking skills. So it will help you if you have interview sessions or any kind of presentation sessions during your work. Then people management will also help you a lot on how you can handle people, because no matter what, I think you will always interact with other people. And then the next one is the more you talk with many people, it will open your horizons. The more situations you face, your creative mindset will also be honed, where it will help you to give really help you if you get any cases from your office, you have FGDs, if you face any problem, the creative mindset will be really helpful for you. Last but not least, project management and time management will be very helpful for you to adapt into the work life and also have work life balance. I know this is not a guarantee for you to get accepted in the company or in the office that you want to be, but it can be a very good selling point of yourself. So that's what I can share today. What I shared to you today is mostly, I think, the good things, but believe me that I also face the ups and downs that are very normal. I also feel I want to give up sometimes. But one thing that I can say to you, no one can assure that your way will be always on track. But it doesn't matter how many times you fall or fail. The most important thing is how fast you bounce back, and you need to be resilient. So my name is Melody Grace. Thank you. Looking forward for the fruitful discussions after this.
Thank you, Melody. It was amazing. Thank you, Kimi. Thank you, Melody. We are really grateful. So right now, guys, we are actually in the Q&A session. And if you still have a questions, like a lot of questions and doubts, and you would like to share with us, don't forget to click in the Q&A feature and just drop all of your doubts and your concerns about your future after you are being involved in the organization. So I just would like to open the first questions today. Maybe we can just off the sharing screen and we can just show all of our faces. So it's going to be very natural. Yeah, so it's interesting. Okay, guys, so we got to the first questions. I think this is very important. Guys, knowing that you are being involved in the organization in the past and you are being a student, it's actually very difficult to come up with like a lot of time management. How do you be able to get through that? How you manage your time and responsibilities between your life, between your studies, between your association, and at the end, how this actually helps you to become who you are right now. Maybe we can start with Kimi first.
Okay, very long questions actually. So the main is about the time management, right? How we can manage all the responsibilities. Am I right? Okay, before I answer my question, I would like to give a thumbs up for Melody presentation. I think she has talked a lot of details that I skip in my talk. And yeah, she has well prepared. And I'm very proud of her as one of my teams. And there is a lot of story when I first met her. And there is a destiny that we work in the same team and still being a good friends and like sisters and also get in touch. All right. For the time management, I think at first it's not easy. And when I was the CP, there is some night that we need to wake up at 4 a.m. Maybe Bill can relate to this on how I sharing. And Melody also being the CP. And Flo, are you the CP before? No, okay, then you're out of the topic. Sorry, just kidding. So it's like we need to sacrifice sometimes, and of course that is not easy. And in our life there is a lot of factors that we need to manage, not only the school but also the family, friends, and of course someone mentioned boyfriend here, relationships also need to manage. I think I just learn by experience. So sometimes I felt that I cannot submit the IPSF work on time, or sometimes my grade is not that good during the year. But we manage and try to switching the mode, the working mode as the efficient as we can. For example, like this 2 hour I will work for IPSF, so you need to really focus on that. Or okay, today like next 2 days is the exam, so you need to inform your team in IPSF that I got to study, so no emails for 2 days, like that. But it's just you need to communicate and let people know on how you will be busy on other stuff. On the other hand, with the friends in the school, so find the most efficient way for you to study for exam. Someone, if you read with yourself, the is the best way. So block some time for you to stay alone. For me, I like to read with my friends, so I need to have a very nice group of friends, like, and a buddy to keep reading together that can make me like still awake, and yeah, can get to the right content for the exam. Anything to add for Melody?
Yes, Mel.
Okay. Okay, so basically, I'm just echoing what Kimi said. It's totally right. Uh, Managing the time at the beginning was not easy. And until the third year, when I got three big responsibilities in 1 year, I still learning on how I manage the time. Because like by year, the responsibilities is getting more and more. But maybe what I can share to you guys today is three things. The first one is you guys need to have the mindset 24/7 is for everyone. So just like we can see outside our work, or maybe outside there are so many people that also have the 24/7. It's just like the same with us, but they can do more than us. So I think this is very important for us. Instead of us just asking how they can do it, why I'm not, why I can do it, why I cannot do it. So if you are having the mindset 24/7 is for everyone, so you can push yourself. This is like a trigger for you. If they can do it, you also can do it. That's the first thing. And then the second one is you need to make the timeline and also the priority. This is the things that really helped me during my main date, and also until it is very helpful for me. If you know the Eisenhower matrix, it will very helpful for you. You can make which one if important, which thing is urgent, then you can put it on the matrix and it will help you a lot. Which one is you need to do it first, do later, you can delegate, or you even can eliminate the things, because like sometimes there are several tasks that actually come up on your mind, but actually it's not urgent, it's not important, so you can just like eliminate that kind of task. And then the third one is the most very important things. You need to do everything in the efficient way. It will be useless if you can manage all the time good, but you cannot work it in efficient way. Because like just for example, we know as the pharmacy student, we got a lot of tasks, we got a lot of report that we need to work on. We have a lot of work at the laboratory. If you are not the pharmacy student, also if you are the healthcare professional here, I know that there are so many tasks. If you are working the health sector, there will be always a task that are waiting for you. And I think that if you can work every single things with efficient way, I think it will help you a lot. For example, back at that time when I was in the college, I think if we are working on the group, we are have the agreement, like an agreement. If we cannot like having the joke during for example 30 minutes, so we are very serious to do the task, and then after that we can laugh as long as we want. But it will be really helpful for us because in 30 minutes we will work in very efficient. That's the small example that I do, but you can find another way on how you can do the things very efficient. Maybe that's from me.
Oh, I think we can open the leadership session here because Melody has explained the good metrics that I think Flo also study in the leadership, right? I want to add something. Can I?
Yeah, you can.
Because I think more important is first you need to get in there. You don't know whether you can do it good or bad, but take a small step first. But if you still think, can I do it? But you never step into the organization or the new challenge that you want to take place, then you never know how good you can do, right? So I think it's for me, when I first be the CP, I would say that my mandate as the contact person or when I represent Thailand is not really good. But I learn what is bad and what is good so that I challenge myself and take the opportunity to join in the organization. I have a good mentor. I learn from what other people doing, even how to write the emails more like formally. I also learn from example in the organization. And after you familiar with the tasks, and then you will do it like automatically or faster. Let's say now today we don't need to think when we drive. We don't need to think, do you going to start the key, how you turn left or right, because it's become the skills. So take the step to learn how to do it first, then you improve your skills, and that could make your time like shorten for one task, and then you can add more tasks that you want to do.
Thank you, Kimi and Melody. Very good combination of the questions. Okay, Bill, I think you've got some questions on the floor. So, Bill, please feel free to address.
Okay, so our next question is from Rika Astina. So this directed to Miss Melody, but I think it would be great if both of you can answer this question. So here's what she said. Thanks for amazing experience. So I want to ask about knowing our purpose. Can you share to us more tips or more ways on how to know more about our purpose? So I think Miss Melody, you can go first.
Okay, a very difficult questions goes for me first. Kimi, you are lucky. You can think first now, and then you can add me. Okay. Okay. So, thank you. Sorry, who asked me? Rika. Rika. Thanks, Rika, for the questions. So, let me repeat the questions. Oops, I lost the questions. Sorry. Where is it? Uh, so in short, is how we can find the purpose, right? Okay. As I said before, knowing our purpose is not easy. I also don't know my purpose since the beginning of my journey at the college. But I'm uh, I'm a person that really believe the purpose we can find during the way, or by the time we can find the purpose. So, for example, some of the people always ask to me, why should I do this? Why should I join the organizations? Because like I don't know the purpose yet. But for me, that's okay. Just join first, because I believe that organizations or any kind of extracurricular activities will give the benefit for you. Any kind of skills, you can get it from the extracurricular. But the one things that maybe I can share to you, the first step for you to have the purpose is you need to have the motivations first. Because motivations consist of the base word is motive. It means that what are you doing, why are you doing this, what kind of purpose that you want to, or you are working this for who. Because like sometimes the motivations can be someone, right? For example, I am struggling with the pharmacy class because I want to make my parents proud. That also become one of the motivations. So the very single step that you can take is know your motivation first, and then after that okay, I know these motivations. For example, my motivations at the beginning is I want to travel, right? That is my motivations. So along the way I can know that my purpose is I want to travel around the world with free. I can say free because usually the college will, the uni will give you some money for you to travel, right? So that is my purpose. From the motivation I can transfer it to the, for actually from the motivations you need to move it to the vision first, and then you will know your purpose. So that's actually the step. But it will take like maybe one session, separate one session if you want to talk about the purpose and also the visions. I think Kimi is agree with me. But in short, that is the first step that you can take. Maybe Kimi, you can add first while I will thinking of if I want to add something.
Yeah, I agree that it's very hard to find a purpose, especially if you ask about the purpose in life. It's not only you as a student or a youth here that we join this session together. I think some graduates or some adults, they're still struggling finding the purpose. If you can see the books or maybe if you listen some YouTube channel or podcast, they might ask about what is your purpose in life, or in Japanese word they call it ikigai, right? That they have the like frameworks of ikigai. So maybe you can try to find the factors that tell you the purpose in life. But in this point, I would like to share that purpose could be changed, and it could be just rewrite the new purpose. And in the journey of myself in IPSF, each of the year the purpose is changed. Why I still doing and what I want to know more. So it's actually keep changing year by year. So if you not yet start in the organization, maybe the first purpose you want to know, you just want to explore what have in like the organization that you're looking for now. And if you cannot think of the purpose, maybe we can come back to something that like more objective. So yeah, which is a goal, like this year goal, what I want to do. Maybe you want to have one new project, so you just jump to join a project, or you want to take a bigger step to join a team, so you become a yearly committee in some organization, so that you learn the skills, you know what you like, what you don't like, or what you know, or what you can do best or do good in some skills. So that could drive you to the motivations, because you, of course we will be happy when we find something that we can do better than others. Let's say I would say like the fact, right? When I know that, oh, I can speak better than others, I can deliver the session quite good, quite well, so I take a step to be a trainer. That you find some skills first, then maybe you know the purpose, that what you want to do next. That's my suggestion.
Very great.
Can
Wow.
I add something? I'm
Yes,
just
yes, of
something
course, of
just come
course.
up in my mind. And sometimes you need to know that the purpose can come up with increasing our social awareness. Because like if you listen to your surroundings, you will find some kind of problems. Then it will give you a purpose. Oh, I want to do this. For example, this is the purpose that I got from at the second or third year of my college life. At that time, the condition in my campus and or my uni uh, is not really supported me to have to the achievement in the non academic side. So at that time, I have a purpose how I can prove to all of the people there that academic and non-academic is not enemy. They can be friends. You can have the achievement in both sides. So that's how I can find the purpose on my year of my college life, by knowing your surroundings, what is the problem there, what you want to prove to other people. It can also help you to find your purpose by increasing your social awareness.
Agree. I also did not understand why I'm doing this, but I think after listening to the session, I finally realized, okay, I'm doing something right, which I hope you all feel the same way. Anyway, I have got a great question. So I think thank you, Nor Akila, for the question. It's actually very good, but I just modify this a bit so it can be related to healthcare students overall and youth. So, guys, when you were a student, when you were young, how did you know you chose the right organization to grow? That's the first. The second, then how you know you are choosing the right career? It's a difficult one. I think you can answer this. Maybe we start with Kiwi, the most experienced. Kiwi, you can have the show.
Okay, start with the right organization. Actually, I don't know if IPSF is the best, because I only have the experience in IPSF, the direct experience. But I know it's the right one for me. But I cannot claim that, oh, this is the best organization in the world. Because the organization itself quite big, right? And it's like global organization. So there's like hundreds of positions that you can fulfill in the organization, or even you just a member, you also can get something that the organization create or give you as a values or skills or knowledge that you can find. So I would say that um, the word right for me, I'm really like, if you know DISC, I'm the I type, so I use the feelings a lot, so I feel it right, so I still here. That's my answer. And actually, like I said, the purpose in each year is different. Let me share here how it changed. So the first year I just go there because of the position that I need to represent Thailand, which is really lucky that, oh, I know I explore something new. Then the years after, I just want to challenge myself to learn some skills. I joined LIT. Then just I think it's just the right time that I start to know my skills, and I would like to, yeah, let's try. And I have friends to support. So that's time just prove myself and let have Thailand in in the title like that. The years after, I run RPO again, the regional projects again, the same position, actually very challenged to do the same position. But the reason behind is I run for the chairperson and I failed. But I still want to have the next chance to run as a chairperson again. The reason behind why I run again is just I want to keep myself in the organization. I still want to improve more, know more, then I can deserve to be the bigger position. After that, I run again. I failed, but that year I take like vacation and become just advisory, right? However, there's still, yeah, but at the end, the last year that I got a position, the motions or the reason behind it just I have something to give. So here the purpose is different, right? That's just answer the previous one. But all the all the journey I always feel there is right. And if I'm not doing this, I will come back and regret that I didn't try or take the steps. Yeah. It is not about the result of the elections, but it's about do you take the action on it already or not. If it's not right, maybe we know by the result. If they say no, maybe we have some chance to explore the new organization. Maybe Melody can elaborate on this point about other organization. uh okay, I think we answer about organization first, then the career can come back because it's different. Yeah, Melody, anything to add?
Okay,
Okay.
Melody.
Okay. So how to know the right organizations? I also have the same questions when I was joining IPSF at my first year, because like my motivations just traveling. I don't know what IPSF do at the beginning, right? So I think how we can know if it is the right organization is the first one: join the organizations, join and become the part of it. Sure, because if you just imagine, uh, oh, I think it's not right, oh, it's not good, but you never be the part of it, I don't think that you can say it's right or not for you. Then, if during your participations in the organizations you enjoy it, not only the fun things, because I know in IPSF there are a lot of fun things going during our participations here, but I'm talking about the knowledge, about the skills that you develop yourself. That is one of the KPI or metrics that you can feel if you get it, if you get the knowledge, if you get the skills, you develop yourself. Maybe I can say it's the right organization for you. But if it doesn't mean, if you feel it's the right organization this year, it will also the right organization for next year. You can evaluate yourself. Are you contributing enough to this organization this year? What skills that you get more? What development, personal development that you get? Maybe you can evaluate yourself. If you don't contribute anything anymore in these organizations and you don't feel you gain something, or you just get the fun part, then maybe you need to consider to look for the another organizations. because for me, it okay for us to try to another. It is okay to try to another organizations. If you are already part of IPSF, if you leave IPSF for another organization, doesn't mean that IPSF is bad. It's just like you need another places for you to grow. Just imagine if you have the plan and the places is already too small for you, then it means that you need to move to another place, right? So I think organization, how you can know if you are in the right organization or not. Kim, you can continue with the career questions.
Yes,
Okay.
Kimmy, please.
For the career, I don't know which one is the best way, but let me share my story first. So in Thailand, we study 6 years of pharmacy, right? And the last year we will have a chance to do the whole year's internships, and I have a chance to join like hospital, community pharmacy, and also industry, like the production part, and also quality control, quality assurance. And all of that choice is like, okay, I don't like either of them. um I mean, I don't like the some part of the lifestyle, but I still really passion in the values of the pharmacy, that we deliver the better healthcare or better like health for the people in the world, not only in your community, right? So that is a choice that maybe I can try joining the company. So that's why I choose to um, send my resume to the as the medical representative when I graduate. But it doesn't mean that I'll be there forever, right? So if you're not sure, like Melody said, just step in first and learn. So my experience is just when I experience in internship, then I check out what not the right choice for me, and then at the end I choose the things that I don't know whether it right yet. Mm. But I have the uh, let's say theories that maybe I can share about the factors that you can think about. First of all, you think about your skills, but of course we all graduate from the profession like pharmacy, doctors, nurse, or maybe some other like dentist, like, right? So that you have the skills, so there is a choice in your professional, that how many ways or fields that you can fulfill your jobs there. After that, you think about the lifestyle you want to have. Someone, they like to have some position that quite stable, so you might choose the to be like government officer in the public hospital. Someone like something more challenging, or you want to learn something in the bigger challenge, or like in the another settings of the services, then you take the public hospital. Or maybe you like to do business, then you like the lifestyle that you can choose when you want to open pharmacy or when you want to close your store, then you choose the community pharmacy, being the entrepreneurs. Or someone like, back then I like to talk to people, I like to move around, so I choose medical representatives to allow me to drive to the different place in each day, because I don't like something that repeating back then. Mm. And more factors now, I think there is a lot of choice. It doesn't mean that graduate pharmacy you need to join hospital or community only. So you also think about the values in your life, that what you want to deliver. You can be lecturer, you can be uh, create some of the healthcare services, but not in the common setting that we used to. Or you can be some startup to create the application about health. That is a lot of things that you can choose, but you need to think about what you like to do, what you values, what your um, lifestyle, and also who you want to work with, which kind of environment you want to be in. Yeah, this is some factors that you can use to analyze your choice.
Thank you, Kimmy. Melody, please.
Okay, so actually, I'm still also questioning to myself, do I take the right career for me right now? Because I'm just in the
Uh,
first year of my work. I just graduated like at the beginning of this year. But like what Kimi said before, maybe some of you ask why I don't work as or in the pharmacy field. I'm working in the
mm,
FMCG company, which is totally different from the pharmacy work. It's also the same because I got chances for the whole year last year to have the internship, and I do the internship in the pharmacist company, and then I also go for the community pharmacy, hospital, distribution, and also do the services. I also do all of the things, and I enjoy it actually, but I don't feel like I want to work or make it as my job or my
mm,
career. So that's why at that time I was looking for another job that I think it will challenge me more, and that's why I choose the FMCG because I feel like it will give you like a pretty high pace for you to, and I feel I always challenged by that kind of things. I always want to learn something new, and I was thinking that everything now is about how you can sell things. So that's why I choose the sales team. That's my reason. But the thing is, I'm not sure also right now is it the right career or not, because it's just my first year. I think it's too early for me to say if it is right or not. But until now, until the 10th month of my first work, I think that I still enjoy it. I still learn a lot in my company. I enjoy it a lot, and I'm pretty satisfied with my choice and not working as the pharmacist. It doesn't mean that you forget about the health sectors or you don't work about the health anymore. It's just like your choice. You still can like uh, apply your in your family anywhere. I think it's you still can use it anywhere. So it doesn't mean if you don't work at the pharmacy field, it doesn't mean that you are failed as a pharmacy student. Because for me, you don't put your limitation for yourself, because like you can explore a lot of things. Like Kimi said, a lot of young peoples now, millennials, want to work in the startup. Well, why not? Just try it. Pharmacy startup, why not? If you want to work at the as FMCG or as consultant or as any kind of job, just do it. You don't put the limitation for yourself, and then by the time you can evaluate yourself again, and you will know, is it a right or not for me? Because it is okay for you to make the mistake. You can it's totally okay, because we are learning from our mistake. If you never do the mistake, then what is it life for? I think that's for me.
Thank
and
you, thank you.
can I add one more sentence?
Yes, yes.
The first job doesn't mean it will be the last job for your life. So try something you interest that as an experienced person, I think I can recommend you to try something that you interest first. And as Melody mentioned, evaluate yourself again. If you feel it's not the right place at that time, then you find another passion or another career that you can grow more. Yeah.
Thank you, boss. So I think what I can conclude before passing to Bell is like knowing the right thing is like knowing your own instinct. And by knowing your own instinct and by feeling it deeper to yourself and questioning yourself every day, am I doing this right? Is the best thing that you can do to evaluate this. And at the end of the day, what you can do is to keep trying because the limit is not the sky, the limit is yourself, right? So, Bill, next question, please.
Thank you, Flo, and thank you, Kimi and Melody, for your answers. I second the Melody statement that self-assessment and self-evaluation is really important for these kinds of things. So our next question is from Judy Ann Saluta. So she wants to know how being a student leader helped you overcome your failures and disappointments, and how do you relate it to your current career environment right now? So Miss Melody, again, can you please go first?
Okay, as my closing quotes actually, it doesn't matter how many times you fail, you fall. It's totally normal. The most important, how you can bounce back, how fast you can bounce back, because right now in this kind of era, there will be in the disruptive era, if I can say, there will be so many changes in the sudden. that will affect you, and also make you fail, because it will not, if you already plan a lot of things and then it doesn't goes as your plan, maybe you will fail. But it's okay, as I said before, the thing is, it's okay for you to make the mistakes. No one said that you cannot make the mistake in your life. Fail is also part of your life, it's the process, so it's totally normal. If you feel it, then it's okay. You just need to reevaluate, and then you need to bounce back. Because one of the most important skills nowadays is be resilience. If I don't know, but I do really feel that it is very helpful for me. Because if you are back at the time, if you are still at the college, it's just maybe you fail because you get a bad mark, and then your lecturer mad at you, or well, it's just something like that. But if you are in the company, sometimes your boss will give you more pressure, and you will feel like, oh no, man, I think I should resign. I failed, totally failed. I cannot do it anymore. But if you just keep thinking something like that, it will never gives you a good result. It will always keeps you in. You just put your the limit for yourself, like what Flo said. The limit is not the sky. The limit is yourself. So my message is just like, be resilience. It's totally okay to fall, to fail. Be resilience. I know that everyone can learn from their mistakes, and they can bounce back from their fail. Maybe that's from me first. Kimi, you can add something.
Yeah, I was thinking about the same word, which is like resilience, right? So for those who never heard about this word before, I Google for you, and the resilient is mean the capacity to recover quickly from the difficulties or the toughness. So it means that you have an ability to adapt yourself or be elastic, right? To move fast, to change fast, or to learn fast, like that. And I really like second to what Melody mentioned. I forgot about the question. Okay, about failure and how it's related, right? I think being the student leaders, or you join the organization or work as a team players are also very important for you to, when we work in organization, especially when we are students, is allow you to fail, because there is not no one going to cut your salary, no one going to say, hey, go out. Everyone like young, and you all learn together, like start together and learn together. So it's some is it is some there is an area or the space for you to not like learn it for free. You just pay your time and your attention to it, and you have a chance to fail, and then you learn and adapt it into the real life. After I graduate and work in the real world, like back then at the medical representative, or as now as a manager or the trainers, I use all the failure as the lesson, and it make us can work more effectively. I don't say there is no failure or no mistakes at all, but we not like, if we face the mistake and we learn, finding the learning point from it, then you be more like develop, and you learn what not to do in the future. So it's very a good opportunity for you to learn faster and fail faster, and then when you graduate, you know what to do and how you can be a better version of yourself. Yes, I think we make it short because the time is almost finished. I'm still enjoying.
Thank you, Kimmy and Melody. So we actually have quite some time left to answer the question. So,
All right.
next question, Miss Florencia, you have the floor.
Thank you so much, Phil. Thank you, Kimi and Melody. So I think like this is wait. I'm trying to find out some of the good questions from before that we have an answer. Okay, so how is it with your academic at this moment? How you balance your academic um, at that moment, and then right now, how you balance your life? I think you have answered the life, but maybe you can dig more because someone is asking, which is John Moises. So thank you, John, for the question. Maybe we can start with Kimi.
About the academic, right?
Yes, balancing academic.
There is a funny quote for us in Thailand when we were doing a lot of activity. We like to say that don't allow the class to, you know, to it's like to make you can how can I make this sentence, Melody?
To interrupt, right? To interrupt.
Yeah, to
Your,
interrupt
yeah.
your activities, because most of people would like to say, oh, don't do too much activities, interrupt your class, interrupt your study. But we have the joke that, oh, don't let the study interrupt your activities. So but actually I think it's about the environment in the faculties or the people I working with. And the way I balance is I never skip class. That's my secret, because I think that is the responsibilities that I need to do as a student. I didn't read a lot, but I attend all the class. And when you attend the class, if you I try to have the work smart on this kind of things. So I try to, when you study more years with the same professor, you know what kind of question this professor will ask. And when she talk about this slide too long, then you need to put the star on this. And sometimes, your professor is very kind to just hint you on what is important. So if you attend class, so it's safe time for you to read, like at least one time that your professor already read for you, or when you try to highlight on your handouts, you read it again, right? And when it's become the 2 weeks before exam, in the school they will not allow you to have any activities, of course, and yourself need to stop all the things, not going for a buffet, not going for karaoke, but you need to schedule the reading. So I think it's about focusing. So when it's the study, I focus in the class, and when it's the reading time, then I focus. But for others like activities, so we do it after class, and we do it like at night, or maybe in the early morning in some of the meeting that if we need for the global organization. So yeah, it's about you managing and you focus on the things that you are doing at that time. And um what I try to say. And yeah, and at the end of the day, you know what you are doing at that time. And I think my tricks is just joining the attend the class, and you have a good friends, so your friends can help you. I think my friends helps a lot. Yeah. Any difference in your context, Melody?
Yeah, Melody. Go on.
Agree to the friends part, because like friends always help me when I cannot attend the class. My friends will always help me how to catch with the material that the lecturer said. But for me, actually, I was a person that I am a person until now. I don't like to study every day, because like some of the people always, after they go to the class, they make like the notes, small notes. That's not my type. And then I also cannot really focus on the class, because like our surrounding is always, there is always distractions. Yes, I cannot so I cannot really focus to what the lecturer explained, especially if they already explain about the complicated things. So bye bye lecturer, I will go to sleep. But for me, I always 2 weeks before the exam, I always try to prepare all the materials. uh as simple as I downloaded all the PowerPoints that the lecturer already sent to us by the email, or I just like do the copy from my some of my friends' notes, because like some of the friends always very diligent to take the notes from what the lecturer said. I always do the copy from my friends. And then during the last week before the exam, I always learn hard. So if I'm not mistaken, during my mandate as the RPO with the Kimi's team, I always say to Kimi, if it's going to my exam, I will have like 1 week off before the exam, because I need to study, I need to focus on. So it is like the time where I will totally dedicate my time to study. But if it is same time, it's not the exam period. I'm just like the normal students. I also try to balance between the academic, non-academic things. I try to allocate how many hours that I can put for my academics and then non-academic. But for me, still first the priority is the academic things, because I feel that I have the responsibility to my parents that already paid my college life, which is not that cheap, right? For pharmacy student, it's not that cheap. So I have that big responsibility to my parents. So it always come to the priority. I always try to do my best, but at the same moment, I also have the motivations how I can prove to other people if academic and non-academic is not enemy. That's always become my motivations. It always encourage me every time that I feel I'm just so tired. I want to quit one of things. Sometimes I also want to give up on my academic things. So sometimes I feel like it's okay to not have the perfect grade or perfect mark. That's okay. But sometimes I also feel that I want to give up on the non-academic things. Sometimes I also told to Kimi before, Kimi, I don't want to do this RPO things anymore. Can you please handle some of the project first for a moment? Because like I cannot handle it anymore. But I think by the time until now, I learned a lot. So now by the time it's getting easier for us to balance the things, not only during the college, it's academic and also non-academic. But for now, it's more like about the work-life balance. And I think I learned a lot during my college. So that's why it's getting easier for me during the work life right now.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Any additional? I think no, right? So we can address more questions.
Actually, I got some, but
Points.
I forgot.
Okay. Well, anyway, I think like what I can conclude, I also agree with Melody and Kiwi. It's very difficult. I even feel myself until now. I fail. And friend system number one factor. Aside from that is, guys, your motivation is how people see you. If you want people to see that you are their inspiration someday, then you have to be in that balance so people can make you a role model and someday they can inspire the other people. I think that's what keeps us going as well. So move on to the next question, Bill. I know you got some great questions.
Okay, so this one question, which is very personal from Jazriel Danielle Batalon. So she says that she's the president of their local college of pharmacy, and she often feels burnt out a lot of the time. So she asked the question, if there are times where you feel like giving up, you are burnt out, or you can't find motivation, what would you do to lift up your mood or to continue what you have started? So again, Miss Melody, can you please go first?
Okay. I just feel like I got so many questions tonight. Kimi, it's like the test for us if we are capable or not to
Yes.
become the speakers.
Yes.
Okay.
This is
So for the questions, yeah, for me it's totally normal if you feel burned out, if you want to give up, that's totally normal. But you need to remember you have three buttons in your life. The first one is the play button, and then the second one is the stop button, and the third is pause button. Play when you are doing your daily life is the play button. If you stop, then it means that you are dead already, because stop means like you stop from everything. But pause is the very important button that sometimes people forget about it. Sometimes in your life you need to press the pause button, because sometimes it's totally normal when you feel burned out, when you feel give up, when you want to give up. That's totally normal. If you keep pushing yourself, if you already in that kind of situations, what is the result? I think you will not achieve anything. You will deliver the bad result. You will not perform well. You are not in your best performance. So it's I think it's not that really good, right? So you can push the pause button first. You can take a relax. You can evaluate yourself or just relax. Any kind of things that you can do, you can do during the pause sessions, or when you push the pause sessions. But it depends on the people. For me, if I want to relax, it means that I want to chit chat with another people, but not about life. Not about the work, not about the academic things, but just make jokes with friends, or we just go to the cinema, or we just go to the karaoke. It's kind of the relaxing activities for me. But I think everyone have the different activities, right, for you to relax. But don't forget, it is just the pause button. If you press the pause button, it means that you need to play it again. If you pause it for a long time, it means that maybe you are dead. You are not pushing the pause button, but you are pushing the stop button. So please remember, it is okay for you to take a rest first with pushing the pause button. But after that, if you are already recharged, you can push your play button again. And I hope that you can perform well, even better than before. And you can show that it is normal for everyone, because like sometimes the pressure goes to the president, right, or to the chairperson, or to the highest person in the organizations. So you can show to your member that it is okay, it's totally normal, it's totally human for you to feel tired. If you already recharge yourself, you can perform even better than you are before. So that's from me. Kimi, you want to add something?
Uh, yes. I should have write down what I think. Um, yeah, I usually forgot what in my mind. I think Melody has mentioned a very good point, and it's very nice that you know that yourself are burnt out right now. So you know you have sign for yourself that, oh, this is the critical point that you almost at the point of no more like that. So I think when I was working in the organization, I think we share a lot with Bill and Flo when we have the preparing for this session about the overnight or sleepless night for working. Or I ask them, or we just chit chat, we don't know, right? But we use all the times for, and we feel like, oh, working for organization took such a lot of time in my life like that. So one of the learning that I think I can recommend to most of you here is I think everyone like very familiar when you write down the task or the schedule in your calendar, or maybe even online or the like papers, right? Most of the time we write down, or when we have appointment, when we have class, when we need to do group working, when we have online meeting, when we join seminar, when we do blah blah blah. But most of the people forgot to book the time for them to rest or to play. So that actually, if you now planning the next month agenda, book the rest day for yourself first. That's what I have been learning. This is my rest day. Not think about work, not think about something serious. Only sleep, reading books that I like, watching Netflix or YouTube that I like, chit chat with some friends that I have not been talking for long, or spend time with your family, or just go like one day trips in the nearest place that you can go. So yeah, make sure that you spare those time before you book something else, because most of the time we feel like, I'm free, so we can meet for this meeting, or this time, this slot of time still free, then you fill with some more tasks, but you never feel the personal times or the rest time for yourself. This can include your personal development, and I would say that not everyone have the same charging mechanism. So for me, it's very lucky that actually working in IPSF is a kind of my rest place. So I, after meeting, we still chit chat, and I like to spend time with them, sharing thoughts or stories. So that's another recharging time that we can spend like half hour or an hour after meetings and then sleep. Or someone, when you feel charging is when you stay with yourself, or when you be quiet reading. So choose the way you like, and choose the way that efficient for you to keep energize yourself. And yes, it's just a pause or rest time, not like forever stop. Yes.
Thank you, guys. Because like we have a very limited time and we just forgot that we already wasted 45 minutes just to answer the questions, which is very effective. I just want to wrap up the whole entire session. So first of all, sorry guys if we can't really like answer the whole questions, but we read them all. I want to address that if you are interested in joining IPSF or you are starting to join any of organization in your current studies, then please do so. For IPSF, please contact chairperson at apro.ipsf.org and also ro@apro.ipsf.org so we can link you with our contact persons from all of the countries in Asia Pacific regional office and serve you better to provide what is good for you in this organization. Aside from that, the biggest takeaways that we can learn is once again, organization is just one of the bridge. It depends on yourself how much you want to take and use that. If you are doing it in a good way with all of your efforts, someday you will get the result. But if you're stopping it right here, right now, then you will never meet the chance to see what the life can bring to your life. So that's actually the end of our story. And before we ended this, we want to remind everyone that we will disseminate the certificate. So Bill, can you please turn on the screen? Correct. So now we have the post-webinar survey. In the upcoming month, we want to talk about curriculum vitae, personal branding, and more about selling yourself. So please, guys, fill out the survey. And while doing this, I just want to have Kimi and also Melody say something. Please define your success. That's the first thing. Define your success and tell us how you make organization help you to define your success right now. Maybe we can start with Melody.
Okay. Uh, Again, a difficult questions, a tough questions to end the sessions.
This question shall be like should tell us before that you're going to
That's
ask this
right.
question so we
It's
can
it's
prepare.
it's like the exam for asking me, you know.
That's
Okay, so success for me is when we can. It's not only what we achieve, but what we can contribute to our surroundings, what we can contribute or do for others people, and more of that is when we are not just inspired by other people, but success is also when we can inspire other people. That's the first thing about the success. And then how organizations help me to define the success, right? Is it right, the questions? Okay, you give us the very difficult questions. That's why I forget about the questions. Now I think Kimi is typing the questions, typing the answer, I know.
No. They cannot access to the link, and
Oh,
they
okay.
asked to send the link into the chat.
Okay,
Maybe
okay.
maybe the backstage can check if the link is open.
Okay, that let me continue with my answer. So how
Yeah.
organizations help me to define the success? Before, I was never imagined that I can be someone who inspired other people, because I just feel that I will always get inspired by other people. But with joining the organizations, especially in IPSF, where we also get pushed or have the trigger to be someone who are more than we are before, it is very helpful for me and develop myself, and also knowing what is my strength. So because like before, sometimes we don't realize what our strength, and with joining a lot of organizations, it makes us realize actually what is our strength, what is our weaknesses, and how we can play with our strength. And until now, I can say that maybe I was not just inspired by other people, but with my experience in the organizations, I also can already try to start to inspire other people. So that's from me, Flo. Thank you everyone for the sharing tonight, and also I'm really enjoying the sessions tonight.
All right. Can I just say, oh, same as Melody mentioned.
So now you're echoing me, right, Kimmy?
Yeah, cause like when I listen to your talk, I'm just really enjoy your answer, and I didn't think about my answer at all. So, I think to define my success is, well, I think it's very fulfill my life values that once in lifetime you are like doing something for others. If I can answer something different, that you're able to grow other people, because actually apart from being in the position or being in um, the project manager like in IPSF, I'm do throughout the way we have made a lot of friends. Like you have interacts, you like Melody mentioned, we inspire each other. But for me, is when I seeing some of the junior that um, follows, or they are new friends that we met in the year, and we seeing someone like growing is very a nice stories that we could see. For example, I do a lot of training, so I like to sharing my experience. So actually it's same with Melody mentioned, that inspires other, but my mechanism or the ways that I doing is about training, teaching them how to be a good leaderships. And I think my success is just, it's not about how many people knows about myself, but it's about how I confidence and I knows the values that I really born for it. Yeah, I think that's the success that I could define. And what is the another part of the questions, Bill? Is that two part, Melody?
They're asking about decisions help you to define the success.
Define the success. How the organization and the organization, IPSF itself, they allowed me to um, first they allow me to join, second allow me to fail and try again. And yeah, that's the key points that I think we have mentioned during the session as well, about failure and about trying. So there is an opportunities that you there are some resource there. It's about how you make actions or not. So yeah, that's the that's the key that I think is make me become success today, because they're giving me a chance, and then they're giving me to opportunity to fail and learn. After that, I accomplish something in the organization.
Thank you, Kimmy and Melody. So we can really say that you both have already succeeded, and you both continue to inspire us in IPSF APRO and in IPSF in general. So to wrap up this meeting, for those who want to learn more about IPSF, please follow our social media pages here. So we have Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And then yeah, please make sure to answer the post-webinar survey, because those who answer the post-webinar survey will be given the certificate of participation. So if you did not answer the survey, you won't be given the certificate.
And if you are interested, you can sign up for MIMS member. I
Uh-huh.
help Kevin to promoting this. Yeah, you join our communities, and of course there are a lot of things you can learn and knowledge that you can use in your study and also the careers. Um, yeah, I'm
Yeah,
now the MC. I don't know.
yeah. Please try to download the MIMS app. I personally use it in my academics, so it's really organized. So you can use it for your case analysis and your other requirements in school. So yeah.
Okay.
Ah,
Thank you, Bill, for everything. So I think I just wanna tell again. I know some people ask about how to join MIM, so you can please also communicate with Kevin. Kevin, I think you can help me to also share your website link and also your email, because some people ask in the Q&A. And for others who want to join IPSF APRO, once again, please send me the email chairperson@apro.ipsf.org or ro@apro.ipsf.org. And yeah, welcome to our membership. I think that's all. Do you guys want to add something? I think we should really end this up really soon. So because we have 2 minutes left. Kimi and
I would say that thank you, IPSF
or
APRO.
is it
That
enough for you, both?
can you hear my voice?
Yes, yes.
Okay, I would like to say thank you for inviting me to join this like very first APRO talk. Is very honored to be here and sharing my stories. Hopes my story or the answer that can inspire you, each of you in some point that you're still finding the answer. And I know there are lots of questions that's still coming, and we hope that like in the next April talks can help to inspire you more and answer something that you want. Hope we can meet in some event or like in pharmacy related event. Thank you so much.
Melody?
Okay, so I also want to say thank you to IPSF. It was an honor for me to be the first speaker at the first APRO talk. And I would like to give the highest appreciation for IPSF APRO for innovating this kind of sessions, which is I think is very beneficial for all the attendees and also the members. And also I would like to say thank you for MIMS for supporting IPSF APRO. This is a very great collaborations, I think, because like back in our time, I think we don't get a lot of chances to make the collaborations.
No,
But
we
I
even
think
don't know how to live.
that's right. But with I think the COVID-19 is also give the positive things for us, because like this kind of collaboration is really needed in this kind of era. And also want to say thank you to all the attendees. I saw more than 200 people here, still in the very enthusiastic uh, spirit since the beginning. And I also hope with this webinar, it will gives you the benefit. You can take the good things from us and just forget the bad things, move away the bad things, and just take the good things. And I really hope that we can meet in person someday, maybe. And also, if you guys want to connect with us, with me and Kimi, you guys can just poke us in the Facebook or in the Instagram.
Yeah.
You can just like easily find us in the Instagram or Facebook, and you can, if you still have the questions and you want to give the personal questions to us, we would like to welcome you guys in our
Yeah.
personal account. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Thank
you for
you,
your
Kimi and
time.
Melody. Thank you so much, everyone. Goodbye for